Hi, Paul Sykes, Good News Broadcast. Speaking of Rosary O'Neill. Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you? Thanks for all the good news.
Well, the world is good, and people are doing good things, and so we just try to promote that.
Well, thank you so much.
And you're up to something good this weekend. What's going on?
Well, I'm participating in a Big Apple writing workshop given by the International Women Writers Guild. I'm one of 12 authors, so I'm going to talk about how to get published in New York City. And I'll be reading from my 2 anthologies of plays by Samuel French.
Aha, okay. Sounds excellent. Now, how'd you get involved with this event?
How I got involved with this event is accidental. I was looking for a good health insurance. And I was not part of a group as a writer, and I was told this was a group you could join of 3,000 women across the country, and they had great health insurance that you could sign up for in Manhattan. And through that, I met this amazing collection of women writers from around the world, and got involved with reading from my work at their conferences. So it's interesting how different paths lead us to where we're supposed to go. Okay,
now what's going to actually happen here? Meet the authors, all right?
Well, what's going to happen is that it'll be 12 women writers. Not that we wouldn't have men, but it's a women's organization, and women are less published than men, as you know, although most in the world is women. 80% people read books are women. I and some other women, 11 women, are going to read from our works that was published this year. So there'll be 12 people here in Manhattan, women published, who are going to be reading and telling the story of how their books got into print.
Okay, sounds excellent. Now, actually, before we started recording, you mentioned something about you read Reverend Norman Vincent Peale's book, The Art of Positive Thinking, right?
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm. I did.
You don't know, but I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. That is the book that started our company many years ago. My mother gave me that book in junior high school.
I cannot believe it.
It's for true. The Art of Positive Thinking, and she was a librarian at the Temple here in town, in Temple Emmanuel, and she gave me that book, and I said, "What do you mean? You could think negatively?" And so for me, that was a big impressionable concept, that positive thinking, that you could just be positive, just think. Even what somebody might want to consider negative can be positive. Even health issues can be said that the body wants to tell you something.
Well, that was interesting. The body told me that. And the other thing that was interesting in terms of my work is that I had been writing plays for 20 years, having them produced primarily in New Orleans and Europe. And when I came to New York, everyone said, well, if you're not produced on Broadway, you'll never be published. There are only 2 publishers of plays in New York City, and I'm kind of folksy. Well, after Katrina, which we know was a terrible challenge to people when my past was erased, I decided I was going to get these plays published. I just took it on like it was going to happen. And I spent like a year of my life just putting everything together in books and researching how to package this thing in such a way that it would be enticing to people to read, almost like I was a missionary from another time. Uh-huh. And after I got the whole thing and I was going to actually self-publish, my agent said to me, "Hey, I think I can sell these." And she did. All 20 of my plays miraculously are now published, available worldwide. And I think the main thing happened was 2 things. 1, I shifted in how I looked at the universe. And 2, I had a kind of a near-death experience that made me say, "Hey, how much time do you have? I'm not sure. Better get on it." So I feel very happy to be alive and to have kind of switched from that boat that was going downriver to going upstream.
Sounds like good news to me.
It is good news, and you've been part of this journey.
Well, it's my honor, my pleasure. You're
New York.
In Yiddish we call you a balbusta. You're a woman who has a lot of energy and gets a lot done, and you can tell a heck of a story too.
Well, I love to tell romantic stories, and I love to take people into the mysterious realms of New Orleans that they may not have seen.
Uh-huh. Well, I know that. You've enchanted me a few times here with some of your beautiful thoughts and exciting thoughts. So, what's your latest, your website is what?
My website is Rosary O'Neill, one word, ONEILL.com.
Okay.
And there's information on there about the reading at right here in Manhattan at the Scandinavia House for people who want to perhaps participate in that and come hear the authors and agents.
Okay, great. All right, we're going to put this up right away because it's happening right away. It's happening Sunday, October 19th. We're going to try to get it up. We
Yeah,
have a
thank
story on already. Now we have a little audio to go with it, and they can hear you personally. So then they'll hear you on Sunday.
And thank you so much for following the path of Norman Vincent Peale.
Yeah, well, that I am very proud of, and my mother would be proud of, and the library is named after my mother, but it is Norman Vincent Peale's thinking, positive thinking, that has been very, very influential.
Yeah, well, we're on the path together.
Okay, that's the way it should be.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Maria. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.